The maritime sector carries 90% of the world goods, and the sea remains the globe's most dangerous workplace. It is no coincidence that our tools to manage risk, which still undergird the global economy today, were originally invented by medieval and early modern merchants in the Age of Sail. The most well-known example is premium insurance, shifting the risk to third parties, but there are older instruments available. Under the very ancient rule of general average, or GA, participants shed the cost of damages when there has been a deliberate sacrifice to save the rest of the venture, and everyone shares a portion of the cost according to the size of their investment. This could be throwing cargo overboard to lighten the vessel. It could even be the costs of dislodging a ship stuck in the Suez Canal. Ave Trans Risk examines early modern and some medieval GA records for the first time, using historical records preserved in the Netherlands, Belgium, France, Spain, Italy, and Malta. It turns out that over history, GA has changed a great deal, and even that this cooperative cost sharing has been employed both extensively and in diverse ways. Expectations about who is responsible when things go wrong change over time and in different regions, and understanding these differences is fundamental in analyzing economic systems.
Some of the richest early modern documentation on GA is housed in Genoa, one of the largest and most important ports in Europe. GA was so commonly used that at certain times as many as 6 out of 10 shipmasters made their GA report upon arrival in port. Building on work begun in Genoa, we have used declarations of GA to create an online database which captures valuable new data on the evolution of maritime trade and early modern European economies. This includes details of voyages, commercial networks, and commodity prices, data which is readily available for this period.
In the 16th century, the Medici rulers of Tuscany needed to reconnect their state to new globalized patterns of trade. Yet national rivalry over trade was intensifying. England and France had adopted protectionist mercantilist policies, imposing new levies on ships travelling to Italy and lobbying for their own jurisdiction in the port. The Tuscan authorities responded by repurposing GA. They kept the foreign merchants and shipmasters in the port on side by letting them repartition even ordinary costs of business through GA, shifting them onto the shoulders of their co-nationals at home. This included the mercantilist taxes imposed by foreign states, so the foreigners ended up paying for their own protectionism. This demonstrates the difficulty of taking a national view of commercial history.
Merchants in the Low Countries broadened the scope of general average. Besides jettison and mast cutting, new reasons for declaring GA were included in the appropriate rules. The costs for salvage operations, for example, like those in the Ever Given case, were gradually included as part of GA. Whilst the Ever Given feels distinctly contemporary, many of the issues were already discussed and solved in 16th century Antwerp.
Since the relationship between general average and insurance is so strong, the French side of the project has focused on two Parisian underwriting institutions in the 17th century, the Royal Insurance Chamber and the Royal Insurance Company. The database contains over 7,000 insurance policies from both the Chamber and the Company, making it an indispensable source for the study of pre-modern risk management. My research draws on these policies to argue that Louis XIV's ministers transformed marine insurance into a valuable tool of political economy, offering extraordinary insights into the nature of the absolutist state itself.
Contemporary societies are confronted with truly global risks, from climate change and its effects to increasing societal destabilization due to growing inequalities. Beyond the maritime sector, within the wider area of transport law or in bankruptcy legislation, the search for more solutions in this regard has taken inspiration from the mutual elements at the basis of GA. It's not a chance that since the times of Plato, the ship or state is the arch metaphor for the importance of good management and respects of reciprocal obligations and needs within human societies.